This program was produced by and first broadcast on Radio Hawke's Bay, your community access media station. Thanks to New Zealand On Air for making this type of programming possible.
Hi, welcome. Gail here, noetic scientist, psychic tarot card reader, medium, clairvoyant. I do a lot of different things, and mostly I put it toward helping you in your personal life, whatever you're going through that you don't understand, anything that's a bit confusing to you. I help you to put it into a perspective. I give you an alternate perspective or perspectives. I can see into what's likely to happen and what is likely to result, and give you options and choices where you can have a different input into any situation, whether it's relationships, whether it's with work, whether it is personal for you that you're struggling with about something from your past. I can give you insights and things based on what I pick up in your vibration, in your energy. And we carry our life around with us. We carry our life experience around with us in our energy field. Your aura, your bubble that you carry with you contains all the past and all the present and the future that will unfold from that. And if you are wanting a better future, different to how it was before, resolving the past, resolving unanswered questions or trauma or struggles that you've had in the past actually helps now to create a different future. What you do in this moment on your day now will alter something in the future, and it alters it in the way that how are you going to deal with your life right now in this situation? If it's tough and it's hard, and often it is, how can you make it less hard on yourself? How can you make it less difficult for yourself? Now, we have information around us everywhere all the time, resources available to us everywhere all the time now. We don't have to sit there and try and guess about things. We can go and we can look at things, we can Google things, we can find out about different subjects, we can gain different perspectives by learning about what this means. What is life? What does life mean? Why is my life like this? It is unending sort of questions around that. Your ultimate goal is to have a better life. Your ultimate goal is to find ways to improve your life in different ways. And we have this thing where we feel inadequate in doing that. Reality is, your thoughts have power. Your thoughts have a result and a consequence. Your thoughts affect other people. Without you speaking a word, your thoughts absolutely 100% reference the outcome of what will be. You have people around you, and whether you like it or not, you are affecting them, they are affecting you. If you are someone who is sensitive, you will actually feel their feelings. You will feel if they're happy, if they're sad. We all pick these things up unconsciously. You've picked these up in your life from other people around you. The people that you're closest to, you often pick them up from them. And that affects how you then feel. So we all affect each other in the way that we are experiencing our world. But our thoughts as well create and can create different and possible outcomes. If you are lost in your life, if you have no direction, if you have no way of fixing a problem where you've messed up, where you've taken responsibility that you have created this, then you can actually fix it. You can actually create a different outcome. And sometimes it means being a little so accepting of your responsibility, acknowledging where you could have done better or different, and making some sort of gesture maybe, or approach to a person if it's to do with a person, or if it's to do with a situation, taking some sort of step where kind of not necessarily an apology, but apologetic for your part in creating something uneasy, something uncomfortable. You will get from other people a reaction to what they have picked up from you. It's just a mathematical law of consciousness. And we talk about karma, we talk about consequences, we talk about, do one thing and it comes back to you. It is karma, is simply your action, your thoughts have a consequence. So if you want your life to improve and become better, you become kinder, you become more loving, not loving of bad behaviour, but loving of the person behind the behaviour who hasn't learned how to deal with their life and their life situations. It doesn't excuse in any means bad behaviour. It just simply is looking at the person as a soul, the person who has troubles and are troubled, that have affected something else or somebody else. If you can see somebody's soul, then you will see the pureness of their intention. It was said, and I've said this before, to help explain things to me, I used to get really wound up about bad people and people starving and all of that happening in the world, where why wasn't somebody helping them? And a couple of explanations came to me that helped me feel a little more settled, because I understood there was a truth in it, or some kind of something in it. And people have a pure objective because we are pure at the beginning of it. At the beginning of all of this, before life comes in, throws the trash at us and the traumatic experiences, we want essentially to do good things, to do right things, because at some level, and this is a deep level in our consciousness, at some level we recognize that we are connected to another human being. If another human being hurts, you hurt. You can hate that person with every part of your being. You can feel it's justified, but it still affects you. We are all connected in that level of connection. We recognize that. So essentially, we just want good things to happen for people. People who have done bad things, they need help. They really need help. Our systems are not adequate, never been adequate in helping people who are misguided, misled, misinformed, uneducated in true knowledge, life knowledge, morals, values. We throw those things away like they're not worth anything, and yet they're worth everything. They're worth absolutely everything. Our lives depend on those things. And it's never to forgive the action. It's only to forgive the person for not knowing more, and not knowing or feeling loved, not knowing how they could have approached life better or life differently. But karma's the thing. Karma is the balance of the universe. The balance of Earth is we have gravity. Karma is the universe's gravity. We cannot ignore it. We cannot go against it. We can try. We can build wings and we can fly. But at some point, gravity always draws us back. And karma is exactly that. Whatever you do will come back. So your choice, and you have power, you have choice, you have it in your thought, you have it in your actions. Caring, helping people, loving humanity, loving the environment, caring about it is loving it. Caring about things is loving it. And it is a love that is in line with the universal creation, because we were created as a human being out of love. Plants, grass, trees thrive because of elements of heat from the sun, which is love. What's it been like to see the sun here in Hawke's Bay? Wonderful. Didn't see the sun much at all last summer. We have had beautiful days and sunshine, and even if you've been feeling bad, it's welcome. It's wonderful to feel that warmth again. And if you're struggling in life, it's wonderful if somebody gives you a kindness or even a smile. It doesn't fix it all. It just makes it a little better. And looking at things becoming a little better and a little better is better than going, yes, but it's not that. It's not what I want. But you're not there yet. You have to actually grow, learn as you go, develop different things, embrace the blessings in your life that are like the sun being there at the moment, like having somebody in your life that cares, that a stranger who gives some kind of nice comment to you. Just all of those things make us feel that we belong. They make us feel a little more together, a little more okay about ourselves and our life. So karma is the result of past actions. And these actions could be that they weren't in your life. Maybe you're doing it for your ancestors. Maybe there were some of your ancestors that had bad deeds that they did against other people, and you have an instinct to do better things. Just personally for myself, I grew up with intense anger, and I could be very hateful and very mean. I didn't ever do anything mean because I was brought up to be good. And that training was necessary because I was so hurt by the world, so hurt by my environment, so hurt by my experiences, that it was very easy to feel hateful and very easy to want to hurt somebody. And I used to think about people that killed other people, and I thought, that's so unfair. They shouldn't live. That's what I used to think. And I know that's not right, because the people that do those things, that hurt other people, they're hurting. They're crying out. And at a very young age, I decided I wanted to be good. I wanted to be seen as being a nice person, and I spent all of my life actually doing that. And you know what? I found along the way that I preferred to handle things in a kind way. I preferred to handle them by stepping back and having a look at the person, what they were going through, what was difficult for them, and how that must be for them, and understanding where their motivation to do something or say something about a person might come from. And at the end of the day, it came down to fear. It came down to lack of love. It came down to their hurts and their experiences. And I came to a point in my life where I didn't wish any horrible thing to happen to anyone, even my worst enemy. And I truly feel and embrace that I can look at a person and I can say that is not what they intended originally. That is simply an expression of how they feel, and they don't feel good. And they will have to face the consequences of their actions. And I would not wish that on anybody. So, karma can be fixed. If you have done anything that has been hurtful to another person, intentionally or unintentionally, if you have said anything about someone, if you have had an opinion that has negatively affected another person, you can change that by changing your thought, changing your opinion. Even saying, I didn't mean that to happen, helps to negate some of that karma, and definitely the influence of that karma if you mean it. Everything comes from our beingness. So what we unconsciously feel is what presides. And I believe that we are all born good. I believe that we all have a good, want to have a good impact on the world. We want to make a good impression. We want to improve ourselves. We are actually on this earth to improve our beingness, which means through the human side of it, which is very, very tough, by the way, we need to learn to behave in a way that is helpful, hopeful for other people. You know, today they say be positive, and it's like that has a hollow ring for me in the sense that yes, it is about all of that. It just doesn't encompass the true essence of it all. Your soul is essentially good. Your consciousness comes from a pure template of love, and so humanness can cloud that, it can scar it, but it always, always is within reach to feel that love, to access that love, to rekindle that love. And it's not a human love, it's a caring about another person. It's caring about what affects another person. It is doing what you can that helps that person have less of a struggle, less of a trauma, less of all of that. And so this is why I do what I do, because I have a picture of a universal concept of our true beingness, the reasons that we are here. If you are a human, sorry, not if you are a human. If you are a human, experience this experience. It is because you have come to learn and grow in some different aspects and areas of your personality and your character, to evolve, to become more aware of the big picture. And the big picture isn't the work you do today. The work you do today is contributing to the whole of humanity. If you are in a job that is not fitting for you, or it is interfering with your family or the things that are close to your heart, then reassessment is called for. Look at what's really important in your physical reality, as in your house, your job, your money, everything like that. And is it worth it? What is it costing you? Is it worth it? Or are there more important things happening in your life? Now, karma is a funny thing, because you will not remember why you are going through the struggle that you're going through. But I can promise you that there is a solution. And there is a solution that can be found, that you can find, that helps to make that less of a big impact on you. It can make it less overwhelming. It can make it less of a struggle. And there are those answers out there. If you have questions about anything in your life, I can help you with those, to find the answers, to get the answers. You know, there's a funny thing about life. If you've got a question, life will play it out in front of you as an answer. So, whether it's a movie, whether there's somebody going through a similar experience to you, your answer is being shown to you. And not just part of the answer, all of the answer. You may only be able to see part of the answer playing out in front of you, but the whole answer is there. And so the universe will play out that same scenario to you again and again until you get the whole answer. And once you get it, you will never go through those experiences again. That's how karma works. There are things for us to learn. And if you are thinking, well, this must have been my ancestors' karma, you can think of it in a different way too. It is said in Eastern religions that we reincarnate. I prefer to think that I am back and I prefer to think that I am improving on my model of me, and that is another way where you get a chance this lifetime to fix things. So the people that come into your life that are kind of angry at you and you've never met them, or just seem to have something in for you and you don't understand why, guess what? You can look at it two ways. You've either had a past life where you really did something mean to that person for them to be that mean to you, or one of your ancestors actually did something mean to their ancestor, and guess what? This is where we get to a level playing field. So sometimes we actually need to allow ourselves the experience with a person that has great difficulty with us for some unknown reason, that we just make an effort perhaps, or we go, okay, I really upset this person somehow, somewhere, some way. What can I do to actually sort this out? And what can I do to humility, being humble in this experience, and just being the best you can be and the kindest you that you can be to this person is very, very effective. There's another thing though at home too that you can do, because if you don't find it easy to, see a person face to face, and you can't, absolutely cannot say anything nice to them, when you're at home or in the car or wherever you are, that they are not there, you simply think about them and you think, poor person, I wonder what made them this way toward me. I hope that we can be on a better footing. I hope that she can see who I really am, that I am kind and I'm caring and I'm good at my job. If you think thoughts like that, or whatever thoughts come to you to think that would actually make that person less intimidated by you, less jealous of you, less threatened by you, all of those things, I can guarantee you that if you do that when you are just sitting alone at home even, you will see a difference in that person. Maybe even in the very next time that you meet them, that you will actually see some sort of different response. May not last, but it may be forever. And I know this works. We have our thoughts are received. You think about somebody directly, they will receive that thought directly. And if somebody's nice to you, you know it's very hard to be mean to a person if they're really nice to you, especially if they're nice over and over. So that's just a thought of how you can actually help change karma, settle karma, simply in your thoughts. You can hope for it. You can think to yourself, what do I need to do to help this person be okay with me? What do I need to do? And often it's people, because it's a people thing where we interact with each other and we have issues and problems. Relationships are another thing. You might meet your soulmate. That soulmate actually might have issues with you. And this time it's playing out in the opposite way. And I do past lives, also ancestral lives, and I can help you if you are having struggles, or if you are attracting the same kind of partner with the same kind of personality and characteristics. I can help you with that. And on that note, if you would like to contact me for a tarot reading or for a past life reading, or to get in contact with loved ones on the other side, or for anything on the spiritual, what about this, if you are interested in knowing more about it, my phone number is 027 4166 545. This is Radio Hawke's Bay, your community radio. And on that note, lovely people, I will see you at the beginning of October with the forecast for October. Take care of yourselves and each other. Namaste.
This program was produced by and first broadcast on Radio Hawke's Bay, a community access media station. Thank you to New Zealand On Air for making this type of programming possible.